For the forms configuration part, we can show here there is the master data of all the forms that we have configured. We can focus on a specific one, this one. Inside of this, we can see that each change on the form is traced in different version. So every time we change something, we add a field or we change something, there is another version of the template of the form that is created. This is useful because, for example, you can define, for example, till the end of this year, a form with some information. So all the work order that will be created and that are linked to this form will have this version, and you can also set a start date, as you can see here, and create, for example, a different form for the same typology of work order that will be valid from a future date. This is useful, for example, when you know that in advance that some things will change, for example, in the next period, and you will have to activate the new version, so you can configure it before and put the start date of validity of this form. So all the work order that starting from the date that we put here that will arrive in the system will have this new form and not the past one. If we go inside the configuration of this version, we can see that each form here we can create different data that needs to be visualized and filled on the field. Let's start from this. So we have a general data that is a section form. It's just a section that inside contains other information. Some of them are in read-only and some other are editable. So here, as you can see, we have first thing the description. We can put any description that we want. We can select one of these typology of field. In this case, it is a section, so it is just a container with a description, and then inside we can put different thing. If we go inside here, the first node that we have in the general data section, it's the date. As you can see here, the typology of the node, it's input date time. So this is another typology that will collect the date and the time that will be filled in the field. And as you can see here in the expression section, we have the ability to put different types of conditional expressions about the visibility of that information. So if we want to put some rules, some condition to make it visible or not in some cases, to become read-only. So maybe these some fields needs to be read-only, not changeable in some condition. Same for the mandatory, and we have also these two possibilities. So we have the possibility to fill in automatically the node, the information, using some key codes. For example, in this case, we are saying that we want to pre-populate the field date with the current date. So when you enter on the mobile side this section, the date will be already filled in with the current date time. Eventually, it is editable, and eventually the technician can edit. Same thing for the computed value. So we can put here some calculations. For example, typically for a numeric field, when we want, for example, to do some calculation between different fields, we can use this in a similar way, doing, for example, some calculation here. If we go ahead here, we have inside this section, we have the job info section, that is another section inside. On this node, we can see another example. Um, it is we have an expression of mandatory, so this is input yes no, so it's a choice. We have put in the description a question, and the node will appear on the mobile, showing two possibilities: select the yes or the no, and it is set as mandatory. Another possibility, another example here, if we go in the customer section, we can see that for this item we have an input selection field. So it means that we can define here which are the options that we want to be able to select. So it's like this, it's a field like this, where we can um, configure the information that we want to be able to select. And additionally, as you can see, for the no, if you answer no here, there is an additional message that appears as a pop-up. So imagine when the technician selects this information conduit system complete, he have the possibility to say yes or no. If he select no, then a pop-up with this message will appear. There are also other possibilities, obviously, to advanced configuration that are possible. It depends on the need of the customer. Uh, just to do an example, I want to show you this form on the mobile. So I will just connect my phone. Okay, so here on the left we have the configuration, and here I want to show you how it looks on the mobile. So I will open this pre-inspection form. If we go here inside, as you can see, you have the first part, general data, it's a section, and it's visualized like this. We can enter inside general data, and we can see that the first field, it's date, and it's already pre-filled in with the current date and time. Then, if we go back and we enter in the always in the general data, but if we go down, job info, here we saw before the configuration of this able to verify trench inspection. As you can see, we set it mandatory here, and it is required also on the mobile. Then if we go back in the serviceman section, customer, and the first field is this one. So I will go back in the section serviceman found, and enter in the customer section. Here, as you can see, we have the different choices. For the first one, for example, if we put yes, nothing happened. If we select no, we have the pop-up where we can eventually put some additional alerts or information, and this is configurable. The last thing that I want to show you in real time here, it's the possibility to add a new node. So I will just close this section. Let me just put it directly here at the bottom. So we can select new node. new sibling node after, we can test field. We can put input text, for example, and just save, confirm. Here it is, the new field. We can give it also a code. Confirm, and let me just save it. Okay, save, and then going back here, I will create a new release. The start date is now. Save. Okay, as you can see, another one was created, another row. So a new version, because we did the change. And then let me go back here and just open again my mobile. Okay, so let's go back, and now let's synchronize to receive the information. Okay, let's open again this pre-inspection form, and if we go just at the bottom, we can see the text field, and it is editable, so we can just enter the information, and this is a simple way to configure what we need to collect on field.